Hello everyone, welcome back. And by everyone, I mean the two people that watch my videos. Welcome back to King's Quest 2. Where we left off, we got the air gem. And now, there's a church here. Yeah, we just go inside.
Finding the door unlocked and unbarred, you enter the church.
Oh, hello.
You look over the Bible, which appears to be many decades old. You open it and find that an otherwise blank page at the front has been written on. It is dated over 20 years ago.
To all those who have heard the word, we are the chosen few, blessed by the spirits of the wild, destined for greatness, concealed by the cloth. There is but one challenge we must overcome before our fortune can be set in stone. The simple people of Kalima cling still to the memory of their former ruler. Even now, years after his fate's dark turn, they retain their hope that we will not forsake them. As long as this is so, our goal cannot be attained. So, my brothers, it is our duty to see the land cleansed of its blight. Do not fear our enemy. Our faith, purpose, and power will guide us to the future we were promised. A path has been found to him. Oh, brothers, let him hear the warning howls. The cloth will be lifted for all time, and our songs will echo the end of him, his influence, and his family.
You return the Bible to where you found it. You also notice that a page from the Bible has fallen onto the floor.
I don't care. Do I have to take that? Yes, I do.
You pick up the fallen page and read it. The words appear to have been written recently. Silently with newfound skill, Riley souls naughtily steal. You read the Bible silently.
Oh.
Feeling humbled, you kneel down to pray. You rise again after a few moments. The monk stirs, stands, and turns to face you.
Father, I go now to a place of darkness. While I am stout of heart, the path laid down before me is unclear. I seek only the knowledge that my passage be illuminated by heavenly favor, and a prayer that I may make it through.
The monk gives you a reassuring smile and pats you on the shoulder. He then lifts a silver cross from around his neck and places it in your hands.
Thank you.
You are welcome, my child.
You can talk?
Of course.
I thought monks were forbidden from speaking.
Not all churches follow the same rules, and this church is quite unique.
Really? How so?
The monk just smiles placidly at you.
About this crucifix.
I believe you will find the cross to be of immense value. It has come to us at a huge price.
It was expensive?
I mean that it has cost us more than any value to be in possession of it.
If I may ask, why is it that you only open the church at dusk?
We find the late hours more favorable.
Surely then you would not have many in your congregation.
Yes, that is true.
What do you know of the Count?
Only that he is a heathen, a blasphemer. You serve God well by going there, my child. Bless you.
The monk smiles at you, turns back to the altar, kneels, and resumes his prayers.
Okay.
The door. Without warning, a pair of wolves dart out of the dark forest and dash towards you.
Whoops. What do I do?
For a minute there, you thought those wolves were going to attack. Curious as to why they didn't, you decide to follow them.
Oh yeah, why?
You see the monk standing alone outside the church. Then you notice the two wolves approaching him. You are about to yell a warning to the monk, but the words die in your throat as the man steps forward and pats the wolves' heads.
No, my brothers. We must not hurt him. Not yet.
Huh.
He will go to the heathen's abode. He will do what needs to be done. What if he does not? Then, my brothers, we will complete the task before us. The one we began many years ago.
Okay. Holy shit.
You quickly move away from the church, your heart racing faster with every step. You have a good idea now what will happen once the moon comes out in full, and you do not want to be anywhere near here when it does. One thing's for sure, you're not getting married in that church.
Nope, I'm not getting married in a church at all. Let's go.
Oh, sir, have you seen my little granddaughter? She ventured to
Oh,
the
that's,
town to buy food for me, but has not yet returned. I fear she may be in peril. The forest is not safe at night.
That's Possum's grandmother, I guess.
You hear the sound of a child sobbing nearby. As you approach, you recognize the child. It is Possum, the little girl you helped earlier today.
Are you all right? What happened?
I went into town to buy some chicken soup for my grandma. I always try to reach home before dark, but this eve I lost my way and was attacked.
Attacked? A wolf attacked you?
No, not by a wolf, a dwarf.
For a moment, you're not sure that you heard correctly.
A dwarf, did you say?
Uh-huh. He jumped out at me, took my food, and then ran away.
Listen, I'm going to try to find this dwarf that you say stole your food. You get back to your grandma, understand?
Possum nods, says a soft thank you, and heads back home.
Okay, let's go find a goddamn dwarf. Midget. Oh, I'm sorry, small person. That's so bad.
You rap on the treehouse door and wait a moment, but get no response.
Okay. For some reason, I'm supposed to run behind the house. Here.
You watch as a little man runs out of the door, which has been built into a tree. You surmise that you have found the culprit's home. The vague aroma of chicken soup confirms it. That fiend.
Okay. Then hurry up and go in. What? Come on. Go in there. What are you doing? Are you... For fuck's sake, what are you doing? I can't... Do I use the hand?
Finding
Okay.
the door ajar, you cautiously open it and step inside the tree.
There's a soup.
You grab the handle of the bubbling pot of chicken soup. You take it with you.
Okay, there's a chest also.
Upon opening the trunk, you find a number of items that the dwarf has obviously stolen and stashed away. Among them are some gold coins. They display the distinctive face of the first king. They could only have come from the magic chest of Daventry. You hear the latch fall into place again as the door closes behind you.
Okay. So let's go back to the house, I guess, right? The cottage, the hut.
You'll need to walk around.
Welcome. Come in, please. Possum told me to expect you.
So use the soup on the fire and to heat it up.
You place the now cold chicken soup over the crackling fire once more. After it heats up to eating temperature, you remove it again.
And then we use it on the grandmother.
You offer the soup to Possum's grandma, introduce yourself, and wait courteously while the frail elderly lady eats the nourishing meal. When she is finished, she sets the empty bowl down elsewhere and turns her attention towards you.
If you would like to speak with me for a while, I would welcome your company. A person should never turn away a visitor, especially when she reaches the twilight of her life.
You can't help but feel a sense of finality in the old woman's words.
You must have something in return for your kindness. You do not need to risk your safety for an old, worn-out woman like myself. Look under the bed. You should find something to keep you a little warmer on a cold night like this.
Okay.
You peer under the bed and find a thick black cloak. Lying atop it is a beautiful ruby-encrusted ring. You pick both up with reverence.
I could not possibly take these fine things from you.
Oh, please. I want you to have them. Nights in Kolima are cold, believe me. As for the ring, well, perhaps it is better that I do not have it to remind me.
As you wish. You have a charming young granddaughter.
Grandma smiles at you graciously.
She is a treasure to me. I would do anything to ensure that no harm comes to her.
If I may inquire, what became of her parents?
Grandma frowns, and her eyes darken for a moment before she forces a melancholy smile to her face.
They were lost to us many years ago. I am afraid dear Possum never really knew her parents.
It must have been a daunting task raising a child by yourself, especially at your,
At my age? I am certainly not as young as I used to be, and there is no shame in that. I have tried to raise her as best I could, to keep her safe and well. However, I fear that as of late the reverse has become truer.
If you please, I was hoping you might tell me of the cloak and ring's origin.
The old woman closes her eyes as if the memory she seeks is painful to her senses.
They were my husband's. He was a proud man, the last of his line. His family had been rich, a great deal of old money you might say. They lived in that castle you might have seen to the north. Its location upon that island is evidence of how much they valued their privacy. He was a good man, my husband. He took care of me. Certainly he had his strange habits. Most men do, if you would pardon me for saying so. I suspect that he practiced magic, so I could never catch him in the act. He would frequently journey afar, taking that black cloak with him wherever he went, to places he would not talk about. He said that it represented something important to a certain group of people, and that I was never to mention it to anyone. But he was always there for me, always, until that fateful night. We had been married just over a year, and I was heavy with child. We were both out walking in the weirwood forest late one night. The air was warm, and in our youth we paid little attention to the world and its many dangers. Besides, there was a full moon. We could see clearly enough. A shadow passed over us. We looked up, thinking it might have been a stray cloud. It was not. Descending upon us like a demon was the largest, most hideous bat I had ever seen. Its fangs were bared, and it dove straight for me. I must have screamed. My husband flung himself in front of me to protect me. He swung his arms about frantically in hopes of warding the horrid thing away. Perhaps he was trying to cast a spell, but could not recall how in his panic. It paid him no heed and would not be deterred. It swooped again and again relentlessly. At one point, my husband's hand must have clipped the bat's wing because it lost control and crashed into his shoulder. He tried to wrest the foul creature away, but then he shrieked suddenly. The horrid thing had bitten him. He never did recover from that incident. He just faded with each passing hour. Within 2 days of the attack, my husband had died. We buried him on his family's plantation on the island. Sometimes when I sleep, I can feel him watching over me, guarding me, protecting me. I think he is waiting for my time to come so we can be together always.
The old lady seems to be dozing off. You can barely hear her final words.
I miss him so.
Telling the story has clearly taken a great deal out of her. You watch the old woman a moment and notice her labored breathing as she sleeps. Despite the little girl's tireless daily efforts, perhaps there's nothing more to be done.
I think I have a feeling about what's gonna happen next. Okay. Let's leave. Meanwhile.
Sister Agatha, my dear, tell me you have good news.
The king has arrived in Kalima, father.
That is not what I meant.
Yes. Well, he appears to be quite resourceful. It seems his reputation was not totally exaggerated.
He's still alive?
For now, but that will change soon, I think. The king has discovered that one of the gems he seeks is in the possession of a colleague of ours. Do you remember Caldor?
Yes. Is he still trustworthy?
Totally. Still sharp, and there's no questioning his loyalty. My humblest apologies, Father, but would it not have been simpler for you to have dealt with Graham personally?
Fool! Imagine the ensuing chaos where Daventry's king murdered in his own land. How then would I be able to search for the item?
I see.
Failure is not an option.
Understood, Father.
Keep me informed, preferably of good King Graham's death.
Alright, so what item? Anyway, from here, going up. And up again. And up again. Alright, it's a swamp. I just saved the game here. So apparently the Bible that we picked up, do we still have it?
You can't use that. You read the Bible page again. Silently with newfound skill, Riley's souls naughtily steal.
So apparently every word on the page starts with different letters like S, N, E and W, which are obviously directions south, north, east and west, right? So let's go south, I guess.
You feel the poisonous water seeping into your skin. Its potency takes effect immediately,
Fuck's
and you
sake.
perish within seconds.
It's a good thing I saved the game. Okay. So you gotta be careful to not go into the water. South first. Come on, south. Then north. Which makes so much sense. East. That's west. God damn it. Okay. East. And then west. Great. I did it. Shit. Wait.
You read the Bible page again. Silently with newfound skill, Riley's souls naughtily steal.
Southwest. Wait, god damn it.
You read the Bible page again. Silently with newfound
South,
skill,
north,
Riley's souls.
west, north. Let's try again from here. I don't know if it's gonna work. South, north, west, and north. Good for fuck's sake. You know what? Let's restore this. So it was south, north, west, north. Alright. South, come on, come on. Do it. Ah, for fuck's sake. Why? There. South, north, west. That's west, yeah. West, north. I didn't. Okay, let's look at it again. Because for some reason, I'm failing horribly.
You read the Bible page again.
Okay, let's see.
Silently with newfound skill, Riley's souls
Oh, there's a way
steel.
to... I thought it was just 4 directions, but it was... Okay, let me write them down somewhere.
You read the Bible page again. Silently with newfound skill, Riley's souls naughtily steal.
So, south, west, north, south, west, south, north... Ah, god damn it. Okay, let's try it again. Right. South first. West. North. Then south. Then west. South again. North and south, which makes... Oh! Ah! I think I found it. What is this? What do I do? Castle. Well, let's go to the castle. Hello?
Boatman, I need passage. I said...
I heard.
The ghoul's voice chills you to the bone. It speaks with a deep, resonating bitterness. You cannot make out a great deal of its face, but what you can see has the hairs on the back of your neck standing on end.
In life, I would row this boat for the master. Long ago was my untimely death in these waters, but still, I remember many things. Laughter, tears, joy, pain.
Okay, so take the gold coins and just take me across.
The boatman accepts your payment and motions for you to climb into the boat. The shrouded ghoul paddles across the toxic lake to the shore on the other side.
Right, so apparently I'm supposed to use... Here is when I was supposed to use the sugar cube, but I used it before, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, if you don't use the cube before, this place is gonna look different. So you use the cube, this happens, and you go up.
The sharp thorns brush against your skin. However, instead of feeling intense pain, you only experience a slight tingling sensation. Evidently, the magic sugar cube did its job. When you speak to the ghosts, they utter a mournful wail.
Okay.
As they are non-corporeal, your hand would pass right through.
Yeah.
The ghosts descend on you, sucking the life force right out of your body.
What? Shit!
Maybe you're taking the can't beat 'em,
No,
join 'em
come on.
philosophy a bit too
Come
literally.
on! I'm at the... Oh, god damn it. Okay, I'm back here. We use the crucifix that we got. Where is it? Why isn't it here? We got it, right? What? Wait, we were in the goddamn church. We got the crucifix. Where the fuck is it? We didn't miss it, did we? Did I get it? Please tell me I got it. Come on, there's no way I can escape now.
The ghosts just...
Yep.
Maybe you're taking the can't beat 'em, join 'em philosophy a bit too literally.
What if I go back? Here, will I go out of the swamp? Yes. Okay, now I can find the church. I think I can find the crucifix. Okay, let me just...
There's no way you're going back in there.
So where the fuck is my crucifix then? What the hell happened? I have a candle. I have a needle. I have this thing. I have a glove. It's not here. Well, that's... I don't know. Did I do something to it? What? Am I a goddamn blind idiot? There's a cross right fucking there. Okay, I'm an idiot. Let's continue. I didn't waste much time. So, go back here. We have to put on a couple things. The cross.
You place the silver cross and chain around your neck and wear it as a necklace.
Yep. Also, the cloak.
You can't use... With a flourish, you fling the black cloak around your neck and fasten it.
There's also the ring.
You are now wearing the beautiful ruby ring.
And now, you can't touch this.
As you approach the ghosts wearing the black cloak, they seem to notice you, and then begin to drift away towards the cemetery.
Yup. Okay, now we did it. Let's use a crucifix. Here.
Having an idea, you push the crucifix into the cross-shaped keyhole. It fits. You hear a click, and the door unlocks. You push the heavy wooden door open, take a deep breath, and step nervously inside the castle entrance.
Okay.
The moment you enter the great hall of the castle, you begin shivering uncontrollably, and not just from the cold. This place has an air of death wherever you go.
Ah shit, I skipped it. I didn't mean to. God damn it. Anyway. We're going this way. There's a shovel. Cool. We're gonna pick it up.
You take the shovel into your possession.
I don't know where we put it. It doesn't matter. We also have a candle. Remember that? Use it here.
You hold your candle up to the blazing torch. It catches. Your candle is now lit.
Yep, and let's go back. And you go this way.
The staircase beyond is very dark. Fortunately, your candle provides just enough light to see where you are going.
Okay, there's a coffin here. Don't like it? Save. For some reason I'm supposed to remove the cloak. Don't know why.
You remove the black cloak. Nervously, you lift the heavy lid of the elegant coffin. You peek into its red satin interior. The coffin is unoccupied, and you feel relief wash over you.
Oh yeah? We'll look at it again.
As you prepare to look inside the coffin,
King Graham, I presume.
You turn on your heel. There, blocking the only exit from this dismal room, stands the Count. His skin is pale, his eyes jet black. He wears a black cloak nearly identical to the one that you possess.
You know me?
Ah, yes indeed. Sister Hagatha alerted me to your arrival, dear king.
Well, that's him. I knew it. Oh shit.
In an instant, you are flat against the wall. The Count has you pinned so well you can't move a muscle, much less put up a defense.
I have to...
You can feel the Count's iron-cold hand on your throat. You have barely seconds before the inevitable happens.
I have to use the ring. Where is it? On who?
With difficulty, you manage to loosen the ruby ring from your finger and drop it to the floor. The Count's eyes dart to it quickly, then flash angrily back to you.
Where did you get that?
The elderly woman who lives in a house to the south of here, near the beach. She gave it to me for helping her.
The Count regards you for a moment. His dark eyes bore unendingly into yours, and you feel as if your very soul is bare.
What do you know of her?
She is not well.
I know. Do you think I am not aware of that?
You are sweating profusely. Hopefully this vampire doesn't find the odor appetizing.
Night is the most dangerous of times for my mortal family. I have kept constant vigil over my wife for many years, so that from the darkness, no harm would come to her. When her time comes, we will be together forever.
I think tonight will be the night. I have seen her this very eve. I did what I could to help her, but I do not think it was enough.
Well, that was intense.
As you watch the giant bat fly out of the room, you realize with dread that the Count has confiscated your crucifix. Without it, you are trapped in this castle. Now, what are you going to do?
Follow the guide. Why even ask?
You peer into the ornate coffin. Finding it unoccupied, you see that the interior is lined with shiny red satin. At long last, you have located the final gem, the Death Gem.
Well,
you
take
breathe
it.
deeply, reach out, and take the stone in your hands. It is ice cold to the touch, but you don't care. This is the last thing you need to unlock the door of destiny. Now all you have to do is get out of here.
Yep. Okay, so we're supposed to go back to the main room, the main hall of the castle. If we can find that. Right. This time I go up here. Oh look, an open window.
Seeing no other possible escape route, you climb onto the ledge and carefully lower yourself outside, hoping to find a decent foothold. It is a long way down. You are way...
Okay, I'm climbing down.
Suddenly, you hear a switching noise in your ear. It's joined by two others. You instinctively try to brush whatever it is away.
Oh shit. Okay.
Time slows as you fall, and your world turns black.
Really? Is this a Disney movie? Wow. Let it go, let it go. Sorry. Do you want to build a snowman? Oh.
Our guest has awoken, my love.
Ah, good evening, dear king. I do not believe we have been properly introduced. I am Count Kaldor, former lord of the realm of Colima. May I present my wife, Countess Lavidia?
A pleasure to see you again.
In gratitude
Again?
to you for alerting me to my wife's grave condition,
What?
I took the liberty of preparing you a dish. I thought you might be hungry after your harrowing adventure at my window. You will forgive us if we do not join you. Our tastes differ from yours, do they not, my darling?
You shudder to think what different tastes actually means, but for some reason you note that you can no longer hear any rats squeaking in the distance.
You shall have all the time that the world has to share to grow accustomed to such things. Well, perhaps 30 years. Should the father locate the item by then, there might not be enough world left for anyone afterwards.
As his father, to do is why you frequently went abroad, always with that cloak of yours?
Most certainly. But I think that my affiliation with him and his association has come to a close. My obligations to them took me away from my beloved too often. I do not wish to repeat that mistake.
You are forgiven, my love.
Their attention, which seemed to have wavered momentarily, now redirects back to you.
Well, well, well. What to do with this one?
What were you going to do with him?
Kill him. I had quite clear instructions from Hagatha, who had apparently received them from the father himself.
But if you are not, as you say, affiliated with his association anymore...
They both share a knowing smile.
Tell us, King Graham, why are you here in Colima?
You take a deep breath, trying to ignore the fact that you are the only one capable of doing so, and relate your story of the vision in the magic mirror and your quest to find the 3 gems of nature. The Count and Countess exchange cryptic smiles.
Romancing the stone.
Indeed.
Obviously, that was a private joke, as you did not understand it.
Nope.
So you search for the one with which you would share the rest of your life. On that I cannot fault you, nor on your intentions here. Therefore, I can forgive the trespassing. However, there is the matter of the dark gem you wish to remove from my castle. I place a deal before you. I am looking for a magnificent sapphire-encrusted tiara. It is a valuable family heirloom and has been on this estate for centuries. This castle and its estate are old, though. It could be virtually anywhere, in any number of hiding places. I suspect there are many that even I am not aware of. I wish to present this tiara to my wife as a gift to commemorate the eternity we shall spend together. If you can find it and bring it to me before sunrise, then I will give you the gem you seek and your freedom.
Okay, so we're
You
looking for a
nod,
tiara.
unable to believe that you have virtually been ushered away from death's door just so you can run an errand for a couple of vampires. You do not want to think about the consequences if you fail to meet the deadline.
So, I have until just before sunrise to retrieve this tiara?
That is correct.
And if I am unable to before that time?
The Count's eyes glint red as he looks directly into your own.
For your own sake, I shall hope that you are successful.
You bravely suppress a shudder. It seems clear that you are not off the hook yet. The Count has nothing more to say.
Pardon my asking, but as the Countess of this realm, I presume you have lived in this castle before now?
Yes, that is so.
Then how did you come to live in that old house by the sea?
After my husband died, I continued to live in the castle for a time. I watched my newborn son grow into a man, marry, and have a child of his own.
Awesome.
Yes. Shortly after her birth, however, my son and his wife both befell a tragic end at the hands of...
The Countess looks pained and appears unable to continue.
I apologize if I have caused you to relive your grief.
A vampire cannot truly feel grief, but perhaps my wife still recalls hers. I shall continue for her, if you so wish.
Sure.
Please, if I may know, how were your son and daughter-in-law lost to you?
They were slain by the Brotherhood.
The Brotherhood?
You have met them at the church.
Your mind reels, so that is the connection.
Makes sense.
Why would the Brotherhood kill your heirs?
Well, yeah.
As you have just guessed, the Brotherhood wish an end to the reign of my family. Why else would they give you the means to penetrate my domain, so that you could do their dirty work for them?
The Cross Key.
Exactly. Stolen from me through stealth, and their own brand of magic. The Counts of Colima have all descended from a single bloodline. We have always been partial to change, as opposed to the stagnating status quo of the Brotherhood. Over the last few decades, the Brotherhood have tried to dispose of my family as best they could. That which I am now was brought about by them. They were the ones who set the monstrous, infected bat upon me. Long have I cursed my ineptitude. I should have used magic to defend myself.
Do not be so hard on yourself, my dear. I remember that night well. That hideous creature gave you no chance.
Perhaps. But I should have awoken from my dark sleep sooner. Then I would have been able to protect our beloved son and his wife, and you would not have been forced to flee the castle, to live out your days in that wretched old house, under a false identity.
It was not so bad a time. Dear little Possum loved it. I hope she will be as happy in her new home. She has a new life now, with no reason to fear any more.
This Brotherhood, are they real monks?
They were once, but something happened to them. Local folklore would have you believe that Weirwood Forest is a host to certain entities, spirits of the wild they are called.
And what of them?
I believe the monks encountered these spirits. What occurred specifically is beyond anyone's knowledge but their own. But it is evident that the men were given the ability to transform themselves. Unfortunately, their minds were apparently transformed also. They began to believe they were destined to rule, and since have presented great danger to myself and my family.
So the danger you face is not a result of some decades-old feud?
Not at all, dear king, though history will likely reflect such. But, to answer your question, the members of the Brotherhood are no longer the goodly monks they once were. They do not represent their fellow brethren well.
Okay, anything else?
The Countess... The Count...
Alright. There should be something here that we can
You
take.
seem to have lost your appetite for... You seem...
There's something that we can take.
You seem... An entire smorgasbord adorns the tabletop. It sits upon an elegant blood-red tablecloth.
I'm supposed to take some ham.
You seem to...
Shut up.
You seem...
I just want to take it. I just want... Shut up.
You see...
Really? Oh. There. That's what I'm supposed to take.
You take the ham from the dining table.
Okay. So let's go. Might as well save the game here. And you know what? I'm gonna end the video here. Subscribe if you enjoyed, like and favorite. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.